If your videos aren't gaining traction, the real issue likely isn't your niche or posting time, but your entire creative strategy. Most creators point fingers at the algorithm, but the actual leak is how they transform that great long-form content into quick clips. I'm about to walk you through a tight framework for turning any long video into genuinely scroll-stopping short clips. This process will finally make your content repurposing repeatable, stopping you from wasting hours on edits that simply don't perform. Let's start with the simplest, most important truth. The very first 3 seconds will either win or completely lose your entire video. If you fail to stop someone mid-scroll in that tiny window, absolutely nothing else you say or show will even matter. I see too many creators starting with agonizingly slow ramps or vague, uninteresting lines like, "Here's something cool." Those openers are guaranteed scroll killers that need to be replaced with something bold and immediately disruptive. A common bad hook looks like someone standing in a cluttered space trailing off after saying, "I think we can all agree." That generic, unremarkable opening gets skipped instantly without any captions or movement to pull the viewer in. Even huge brands sometimes tank their campaigns because they completely miss these foundational creative elements. Now pay attention to how a genuinely effective hook completely changes the dynamic of the clip. Picture a close-up of a person wearing a strange peel-off mask, and they open with a visceral, sensory line. It's seeping into the pores. That line delivers an immediate sensory punch that pairs perfectly with the intense visual of the mask removal. Within those first seconds, the viewer instantly understands the core problem: skincare issues like clogged pores or acne. Then just a second later, they identify the personal struggle by saying, "As someone with acne, I want this." This is immediately followed by them showing the product in use, clearly explaining the benefit and dropping real social proof. They mentioned they used the entire thing and immediately ordered another one, providing concrete, relatable verification that converts viewers. So let's break down the exact structure you must be following when you convert your long videos into effective shorts. This is the precise framework we use when we are scaling creators and brands to see massive increases in reach. First, the hook from 0 to 3 seconds must be disruptive, either visually shocking or verbally very bold. Crucially, captions must appear on screen instantly because there is zero room for slow beats or delayed information. Second, for seconds 3 through 6, you must clearly state the audience's specific pain point so they instantly relate. The viewer needs to think, "That is exactly my struggle right now," based on your very concise problem statement. Step 3. The solution from 6 to 15 seconds is where you actively demonstrate how your process or product fixes the issue. Don't just tell them about the fix. Actively show them the before and after, or the immediate result of using the tool. If you're talking about content repurposing, visually show that long video transforming into several short clips in mere moments. Next, for the social proof section from 15 to 25 seconds, you need quick testimonials or authentic results screenshots. Keep this section authentic by using tiny specifics like, "I got Y views in Z days," rather than just vague praise. Finally, the call to action in the last 3 to 5 seconds needs to be one single, perfectly clear action for the viewer to take. Keep the closing natural, asking them to DM you, or simply stating that the link they need is in the description below. This entire framework isn't just theory. The way you capture your initial footage drastically impacts the final clip quality. If you want an editor, whether human or AI, to pull perfect clips, you must build a simple shot list when you film your long videos. Ensure you include tight close-ups for potential hooks, mid-shots for necessary context, and plenty of general B-roll for smoother transitions. You also need at least 10 to 15 seconds of very clear, explicit problem statement footage ready for the editor to use. This preparation gives the editor usable, high-quality moments instead of just hours of unusable, meandering footage. This is exactly where an intelligent clipping tool comes in naturally, not as a gimmick, but as the enabler of true repeatability. Instead of you manually hunting through recordings or paying an editor to guess what might work, this tool finds the viral moments automatically. It then chops those moments into ready-to-post short clips, handing you a content queue that you can actually publish directly from. The first crucial feature is its ability to auto-edit the strongest viral clips by analyzing your long video for hooks and emotional peaks. This eliminates the guesswork entirely, ensuring you always have a high-potential clip ready to go out the door. A second major feature is the auto-schedule function, which queues up your clips based on your desired posting frequency. This brings you consistency across your channels without you having to constantly babysit or manually manage that posting schedule. Third, the content calendar acts as your single source of truth to review, tweak, and approve every single clip before it goes live. You retain full control to reorder clips, add final captions, adjust thumbnails, and then hit publish across every platform. But let's be honest about the competition. Many auto editors select boring moments or chop everything into unusable, awkward clip lengths. Other solutions are often overly expensive, locked into rigid templates, and force you into a one-size-fits-all approach that stifles creativity. Furthermore, some scheduling apps only post content. They never actually help you select or optimize the clips that go out. The key advantage here is that the workflow is built around the creator's actual needs, prioritizing high-impact moments first. While it may not handle ultra-high-end cinematic projects better than a dedicated human editor, it's a massive multiplier for social growth. Think of it as the difference between manually grinding out every single edit versus having a reliable machine that hands you the best clips weekly. Let me share a practical example of a creator I work with, who was spending 12 hours a week just producing 2 short clips daily. Her views were inconsistent because she was essentially guessing which raw moments from her live streams were actually worth cutting. Once we fed her streams into the AI clipper, she instantly received 14 strong, suggested clips from every single broadcast. After quickly cleaning captions and scheduling them, her average daily views tripled within just 2 weeks. That wasn't manufactured hype. That was actual time reclaimed plus demonstrably better reach across her platforms. Consider a small e-commerce brand that used to pay expensive freelancers to comb through hours of demos and interviews. When they tried another AI clipper, the resulting clips were flat, required heavy manual polishing, and just weren't engaging. Switching to a workflow that prioritized hooks and problem statements automatically, their click-through rates improved fast. This allowed their creative testing cycles for new ad variations to shorten dramatically because the initial clips were so much better. Here's what you need to do next if you want to stop wasting content and start achieving more predictable wins online. First, film with genuine intent by making sure your long-form content actually includes those strong hook shots and explicit problem statements. You don't need a rigid script for every minute, but you must give your future editor usable, high-value moments to select. Second, utilize an AI-first clipper that is programmed to understand engagement metrics, not just basic silence detection in the audio. You need a tool that actively searches for emotional spikes, powerful phrases matching your hooks, and visually interesting frames. Third, post consistently, closely analyze which of the clipped moments perform the best, and feed that data back into your next filming session. If you notice one specific hook style constantly crushes it, make sure you intentionally film more of that exact type of opening. To make this easy, here's a quick checklist for the essential shots you should capture during your next long-form recording session. Make sure you capture 3 to 5 tight close-ups that you can immediately earmark for your potential video hooks. Include 2 or 3 mid-shots showing context or clearly demonstrating your product or service in action. Dedicate a solid 10 to 15 seconds where you clearly and unambiguously state the main problem you are addressing in the video. Follow that with 10 to 20 seconds of you actively demonstrating the solution, showing it working in real time. And finally, capture one distinct, short social proof line, like a glowing review or a quick metric you achieved recently. If you follow this shot list, any automated editor will finally have high-quality, structured moments from which to actually select the best clips. I need to stress that if the raw footage doesn't contain these moments, no amount of advanced AI can magically fix the source material. Look, I understand that none of this sounds as sexy as chasing the latest productivity hack. It is easy to get lost in complex workflows that never actually move your content performance needle forward. But the single biggest lever you have for consistent growth is building a repeatable system for high-quality creative output. You must nail the first 3 seconds, clearly frame the problem, demonstrate the fix, stack up the proof, and then prompt a single action. If you are ready to stop the endless editing grind, I can personally take one of your existing long videos and run it through this framework. I will show you the exact clips I would post using this method to guarantee you see how fast the turnaround can be. Trying a tool that correctly automates clipping and scheduling will immediately reveal how much stress and time you save. So, that is the complete breakdown. Hook hard, frame the pain, show the solution, stack the proof, and finish with a clean call to action. If you implement just those 5 steps, your short-form content will finally start working for you instead of constantly working against you. If you found this walkthrough valuable, please leave a comment below, hit that like button, or shoot me a direct message with a link to your long video. I will personally show you exactly how I would clip that video using this exact, proven method to get you immediate traction. I look forward to seeing you succeed with these strategies in the next one.